recently I haven't really had a chance to sort of get my teeth as much as I'd like to into Second Assault. I've been working quite a lot at the moment in my real life job. So it hasn't really given me a lot of time to play the expansion pack that I've been looking forward to for a long time. So when I came home from work yesterday, I thought I'd just sit down, chill out and play the old grind, Operation Clusterfuck Conquest, with explosives allowed on this server. And it gave me a really good idea because I actually had a really good time playing this, just sitting back, relaxing, being an utter noob, and I really enjoyed it. I can see why so many people actually play this. I can see why the tryhards get really annoyed when they come and play Conquest on Metro, because it does just turn into a giant clusterfuck, but if you can't beat them, you may as well join them. So today I'm going to show you my ultimate Metro loadout. So the first thing I chose, and this should be brutally obvious for anybody who's playing on Operation Metro, you want to be using the Assault class so you have access to the LVG. But I decided to whack the Ace 23 on there because it is by far the best assault rifle, and it pretty much replaces the M16A3 from Battlefield 3, and I think it fits perfectly with Metro. It's that old style of M16A3 Metro. You're going to have 100 service stars with it very quickly. So I thought I'd whack the Ace 23 on there. I stuck the flash hider on it because it doesn't actually change anything with the weapon at all, as I've found out. A couple of you guys have mentioned in previous videos the flash hider doesn't actually do anything to sort of hinder the weapon in any way, which is really good. Stick the Coyote sight on there, gives you a really nice wide field of view so that you can see a lot through that sight. And really, looking at the camo, this is the new premium camo. It's called Havoc, and it's very much like the Baogam camo. I think that's what it's called. It's the purple and green one that's got the same style, but this is sort of red and white and green. It's all mixed together, and I think it just looks much better, but it is pretty much still a pretty swag camo, so I thought I'd stick that on there. I also made sure that I had the grenade perk activated for the assault class, which allows you to have more grenades than you would normally carry. And then I selected the V40 minis, which allows you to carry more grenades than the M67 frag grenade. So I think it allowed me to throw 4 grenades before I was completely empty. And then if you stand next to 2 ammo boxes, it replenishes those very quickly as well. It still baffles me that the game allows you to do that. I just think that these grenade patches that are supposed to be coming in is going to be so key to how much grenade spam there is in the game at the moment. Metro is a prime example of that. But again, if the game allows you to do it, you may as well take advantage of it. And the final thing to complete any Metro loadout, whether it be in Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, has got to be the M320 LVG. It's by far the most used weapon on this map. If you're looking at the kill feed, if you've got enough time to actually look at it instead of running away out of the grenade spam, you will see that it appears so often. It is pretty much one weapon after another, and then the LVG is in between each one. It is the most dominant weapon in Operation Metro, and you can understand why when you actually play in these servers. It's got such a high blast radius. It can pick people off from about 10 meters away from the blast, depending on how much health they have. If you couple that with a load of V40 mini grenades, it does turn into an utter clusterfuck, but you're going to get kills one after another all day long. So now that I've given you my loadout, I'm just going to quickly speak about why I don't agree with this kind of gameplay in Battlefield, because it's completely against the Battlefield sort of code, so to speak. It's not a map that really represents Battlefield of how it should be played, or at least how the veterans feel Battlefield should be played. There is far too much grenade spam and explosive spam, and it really does, I've said this for the 3rd time in this video, it really does baffle me how this is still in the game after 5 months of the game being out. Surely this should have been noted down in the beginning with Operation Locker and should have been patched extremely quickly. But alas, it's still in the game, and I can see why people get so frustrated with it. There is literally no other way to play a Metro 64-man Conquest server other than blasting explosives at each other. The choke points are so choked with people that you can hardly move. I know in Battlefield 3 that the grenade spam was bad, but in Battlefield 4 it's even worse. Even the choke points that they've added in, the extra flank points around the side, barely make any difference. It doesn't really open up the gameplay at all, and it's simply just another avenue for the enemy team and yourselves to just throw grenades and spam M320s and RPGs down there. And it doesn't really change the gameplay at all. Now if you play this on Rush, it's much more enjoyable because there is a big flow to the map, But in Conquest, you just get stuck in the middle every single time. I haven't even been involved in a Conquest game on Metro yet where there's actually been a spawn cap. It just gets stuck in the middle because there now is so much grenade spam that nobody can move forward for fear of dying all the time. But having seen both sides of this now, having spoken about why I like it and why I hate it and why the community likes it and why the community hates it, I can still understand why Metro is such a played map in Battlefield 4. In this game alone, I leveled up twice and then another half a level with a 200% XP boost on. That's just ridiculous. I didn't even get that in Operation Locker when the game first came out. And it really does sort of make me wonder as to how you can get that many points in one game. And then that leads me on to see why these people still do play the game. And I know that a lot of people would have liked to have seen something different in Operation Metro's place in Second Assault, but you really can't argue with the decision DICE made because there are so many players now from Battlefield 3 that expected those kind of maps to be in Battlefield 4. And they really weren't. I mean, the maps are completely different to the ones in Battlefield 3. There's not a lot of infantry-focused maps. And bringing Operation Metro back in will satisfy those players so they can then go on their massive kill streaks with the LVG and just stand there for the rest of the day and continue to kill people with explosives. But anyway, that's the end of the video today, guys, so thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do hit that like button, and comments are always appreciated. Make sure you leave your preferred Metro loadout in the comment section down below. I'll bring you a review of the F2000 assault rifle later next week. But until then, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.